right, man. Teofimo Lopez, if you didn't know, you're about to know right now, is fighting Steve Claggett or Claggett. Don't know much about Steve Claggett other than he number 13 in the WBO. He fighting him June 29th. The word on the street is it's gonna be in Miami. I'm going back to Miami. Miami. So yeah. They said it's going down in Miami. Let's take a look at them real quick. Um, it's just so irritating. Uh, so let's take a look at him real quick. He 34 years old from Canada. Hold on, let me put this on the screen. 34 years old from Canada. Um, like I said before, we kind of get into particulars why people mad at him for this fight without the obvious. But 34 years old, 38, 7-2. He been knocked out once. Has he beaten anybody? He beat Alberto Machado. Uh, that was at 140. I mean, Machado started off pretty light, I believe. If that's the same Alberto Machado, yeah, it's the one Tank stole the belt from. That dude was at like 130 for a minute. Shit, as far as featherweight, I think. Super featherweight. This is low. So he lost to Yvonne Ulysses Jr. Watch that name sound familiar. He sound familiar. Canadian, that's probably why. Had a draw. Danny O'Connor. Don't even know what the fuck these people are. He lost to Chris Van Der majority decision at welterweight. This was 2016. Van Der only had 2 losses. He lost to Constantine Poor Marv. We ain't seen that motherfucking forever. He got his ass whooped by somebody. Never fought again. Or he fought. He just fought this year. Fought last year in December. He lost to somebody, bro, and we ain't seen him. We hadn't heard from him since. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, he lost to somebody, and then I just never heard from him again. So I don't know who it was, but it is what it is. So he lost to Poor Marv. He lost to Alexander Lippi. I lost him. He losing motherfuckers up the ass. No Diddy. So yeah, this dudes, man, he ain't shit. They fighting in Miami, which I think is allegedly they fighting in Miami, which I believe is a horrible place. I mean, T.O. can't sell out in his backyard. T.O. can't sell in Florida, neither his new backyard. He can't sell in Vegas. Why would you go to Miami? Mayweather and Logan Paul couldn't even sell in Miami. Why would you go to Miami? That I don't understand the thought about taking him to Miami when he can't even sell out in boxing markets. He ain't Dominican. He ain't Cuban. I know he think he want to be black until it's time to be black, like a lot of these so-called culture vultures. But if he fighting in Miami for real, that's terrible by Top Rank. That's terrible. Nobody going to that shit, and the media just gonna go because it's fucking Miami. Which I heard they food like mad overrated too. That's what I heard. I heard they food like mad overrated. But that's just what I heard. You know what I'm saying? But then Teofimo Lopez. A lot of people talking shit about. You know, a lot of people talking about shit about about the fight. And like I said before, last time out, he looked bad. What y'all thought? You know, you know. So he looked real bad, and his numbers wasn't good, and that was during the Super Bowl week. Still, nobody wanted to show up. Now they said, well, it was the same time as the honors or the NFL, award show. You know, I mean, I don't understand why ESPN put that fight date on that date. I don't get it. Thursday is just not it. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But it is what it is. It says Teofimo Lopez to social media firebacker critics who have been roasting him over his choice of number 13, Steve Claggett, for his next title defense of WO light welterweight belt, June 29th. Allegedly, Lopez rejected Raymond Muratella Kenneth Sims and Elvis Rodriguez, which Kenneth Sims already beat Elvis Rodriguez. So, and Elvis Rodriguez and Kenneth Sims, I imagine, is no longer PBC. He said Teddy Atlas say he beat a great fighter of Vasily Lomachenko, but since then it's been up and down. Like a roller coaster, said boxing expert Teddy Atlas to Pro Box TV YouTube channel by Teofimo Lopez, not looking great in some of his fights since the one big win in his career against an injured. Look how they throw little shit in here. Look how I make excuses for these. Boy, I ain't gonna say what I want to say. Injured one art. Look how they make excuses, man. Just stick to the quote. How about that? And then give your opinion so we don't read that shit. I just don't understand why they do that. But then again, when there's other fighters and they like that win, oh, no excuses, man. Dude, these writers are pussies, bro. They are pussies. And niggas on YouTube who don't put their face are too. Real talk. Real talk. Niggas is pussies, dog. No cap. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't understand. They talk all that shit, but then they go under fake names and they hide their faces and shit. Use pussy, bro, and that's just what it is. That's crazy. Just get a fucking quote. He said you start to ask yourself, quote. You start to ask yourself, a question: is he Teofimo a fighter that gets up for certain guys that think there's a fear level, a danger level, urgency level, or does he fight down to his competition? He said, here's a tough one. He said, is he not good as we thought he was? I think it's fair. You start wondering a little the way he struggled in some of these fights, Alice said. He said, until someone, has the kahunas to risk their entire career to take my ring magazine lineal belt from me, the rest of you need to shut the F up and step on the Lego. Sincerely, the leader of the new era of boxing, said Teofimo Lopez on X, responding to criticism. He says all these other fighters are booked for fights, and to be real, the 140 division is not stacked as you all make it seems. I told myself in top rank, I'll fight 3 or 4 times this year. Everyone just wants me to take out the hardest fight so the rest can have the easy route. Man, dude, you turned down 3 fighters that people rather see. So right there, when you turn around and say, well, when nobody available, that's a lie. Alves Rodriguez was a better fight. Raimondo Murtella was a better fight. Kenneth Sims, that's a dangerous fight. Now, that was another good fight. You know, it's just it ain't just T.O. and T.O. done he's done a lot in a short span of time, fought some great fights, all that stuff, right? But the problem is, it's just too many fillers in boxing. Guys fighting once or twice a year. You know what I'm saying? And they bullshit fights, just like the one you fighting in. So people tired of that shit. You getting a little bit of backlash from other fighters. But if you fight 3 or 4 times a year, I mean, I think people should be cool with that. But at the end of the day, that shouldn't take up an ESPN day. That should be on ESPN Plus. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to see that shit, but people still gonna watch it because some of these niggas ain't got no lives. I ain't watching that shit probably. Shit, it better be a rainy day or stormy day outside. But at the end of the day, people just tired of that shit, man. It ain't you. And the boxing schedule week is hell. You know what I'm saying? It's just to the point where it's like, oh man, give us something better if you're gonna fight. So, you could have gave us a better fight, but you didn't, you know. So you chose the easiest guy. I mean, last time you almost lost last time out. So I think a lot of people will understand that from that standpoint of view. But at the same time, it's just to the point where like, man, dude, you gotta do better. You know what I'm saying? We want to see a better fights in there. So um, but yeah, I know he feel a certain type of way or whatever, man. And you know, you probably feel like everybody against him and shit, and whatever. We just want to see better fights, and you provided some good fights for the fans, but this is a lot of people think this is unacceptable. And then you to turn around and say, everybody booked. I think a lot of people think that's crazy because everybody ain't booked. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't booked. So, but like I continue to say, Everybody entitled to their own opinion, and everybody can do, what they want to do in this sport. But guess what? Y'all don't have to support it. Y'all don't have to support it. That's my thing. Y'all don't have to support it. If y'all don't like something that a certain fighter is doing, don't watch. Don't talk about it. The word of mouth on social media is that's important. That's important. Word of mouth is important. That's just as them getting the trending and the clicks and all that. That's important. But he fought a lot of tough guys, so he deserved an easy fight here and there. He deserved an easy fight here and there. So at the end of the day, I ain't mad at it. Just don't watch it. That's my whole thing. Just don't watch it. That's my whole thing about it. Just don't watch it. So, hey, it is what it is, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.